listeners, and welcome to episode 107 of the Nigerian Football Weekly podcast. I'm your host, Olu Oke. And yes, the Super Eagles have done it again. They've done it in the sense that whenever you imagine there's some depths that the Super Eagles cannot fall down to, they will show you that there's some things that even them, they are not sure the depths they can drop to. Because I'm reporting because yesterday, Nigeria lost to Rwanda 2-1 in African Cup of Nations qualifying. Yes, the Super Eagles had already qualified as top of the group, and we all know the reasons behind that. They awarded us free 3-0, and in reality, we only won 2 games. But the Super Eagles managed to disgrace us yesterday. We lost 2-1 to Rwanda. First of all, we scored in the 59th minute. Samuel Chukwueze with the excellent solo goal, which was the one positive I was very good to see. But then, in the space of 4 minutes, 72nd minute, yet again, Super Eagles show you that they did not practice anything like set pieces. There's no set pieces training whatsoever. Like, the coach and the technical staff, even the ones from MPFL that are fighting themselves before, they're not doing any set piece training because we're clearly not seeing anything. If you see the goal, hey, you just have to laugh. And then typical Nigeria, no composure. Immediately after, 3 minutes later, Innocent Nshuti, who's Rwanda's star striker, then scores a goal after a cutback with just terrible defending all around. In fact, I don't even know where to start. This was an abject performance from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and there's a few reasons for that. Anyway, what was the starting lineup? We saw Maduka Okoye come in goal for his first start for the Super Eagles in almost 3 years. We saw Trust Ekonga and Gabriel Osho in the center of defense. Onyemachi played as left back, while Osai Samuel played as right back. Rafael Yerika and Alassane Yusuf came into the middle of the pack. Fisaya Bashiru started as the number 10. And then Victor Boniface started as number 9 with Moses Simon on the left wing. And for some reason, they played Kelechi Iheanacho again. I don't know what Iheanacho has on Eguavon's family or what bad boy piece of information he has. Because there's no other reason why, there's no explanation for a player that has been struggling in his club side, has not scored a single goal in La Liga, and has even been benched after Sevilla's main striker got injured. He's still not playing enough games. But guess what? Eguavon started him twice as a right winger. Position he has never played in his career. So, Eguavon, he has to explain that one. What were the stats? One thing I must tell you guys. After the first half of this match, Nigeria had 3 shots in the whole match, the whole first half. 1 shot on target, and that first shot on target came in the 42nd minute from Iheanacho after good work from Simon. That's how bad we were. For literally towards the end, it was the 45th minute when he had the shot. Just to explain the kind of nonsense we're dealing with. Of course, when we now were 2-1 down, Nigeria started shooting. So we had 14 shots, 10 of them useless and wayward. 4 shots on target to Rwanda's 2. Rwanda scored from their 2 shots on target, by the way. They had 4 shots in the entire match. 58% possession for nothing. Passing for nothing. Cannot penetrate through the lines, cannot do anything. It's just an eyesore. Like, we're subjected to nonsense from these guys. Time and time and time and time again. I don't want to go through the main actions in the match because, honestly, it's not even worth it. Chukwueze scored a great goal, as I said. We thank God for him. Thank God for the solo run, because, trust me, there were no breaking through the lines. There were no incisive passes through the middle. And there was no great wing play in this game. Whether it's crosses or cutbacks, Nigeria were absolutely shocking. To even make matters worse, Rwanda's number 1 goalkeeper came off injured in the 67th minute. And yet, what did we do? Nonsense. In fact, let me go through all the players and tell you what happened in terms of the way they played. Maduka Okoye, people want to blame him. In my opinion, a goalkeeper is only as good as his defense. The first goal, there's no way he's to blame for that. Our defense was absolutely useless. They were literally static as the free kick came into the box. Nobody was marking their man. I don't know if zonal marking they're doing, man marking, or if they're even just being alert. But this is a recurring thing we've seen since Pesero left us. We do not even give a shit about set pieces. Talk less of being good at them. The last time you watched Nigeria do well from set pieces was during AFCON, when Pesero was there, when we conceded 1 goal all the way through the tournament until the final, or until the semi-final. Then we considered 1 penalty before we now capitulated in the final. But let me tell you, Nigeria's good defense is gone. Useless. So please do not blame Maduka Okoye. Yes, you could say maybe he could have got a shot, his hand onto the second goal. But trust me, that angle was very tight. I don't know what Gabriel Osho was doing. Moving on centre-backs, I thought this was a very good explainer for why centre-backs need chemistry and time. Gabriel Osho was literally fed to the wolves. Him and AFCON kept taking up positions that are similar. Nobody's communicating. Nobody's dropping back while the other person's aggressive, going for the long ball. So just mistake after mistake after mistake. And of course, Gabriel Osho grew up in London. He's used to good pitch. He plays in France. He has never played on a pitch like Uyo in his life. Do you see how awful that pitch was? We keep saying Uyo is our best stadium in Nigeria. Look at the pitch. My God, we have a long way to go. You watch South Africa games, look at their stadiums and the pitch in South Africa. And look at the nonsense we're playing on. I thought it was an absolutely abject performance. Absolutely abject, especially the defense. Onyemachi was a key bright spot or a decent bright spot. But even Onyemachi, I don't think he's quite as good at making the final pass or the final cross and really opening his eyes to look. Nigeria, cross and inshallah ball, as I've told you before. That's our best friend. Osai Samuel was all right. A bit just all over the place, but you can't blame him. Like, his winger is Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho is not even a winger. So what he's supposed to do? I thought Alassane Yusuf literally showed why he plays in the MLS. No offense to him, but that's not the Alassane Yusuf we watched that played against Equatorial Guinea in the first game of AFCON. He was abject in this game. I was rightfully pulled off at halftime. Onyedika was all right too. But also, we did not dominate the middle of the park. Fisara Delebashi was all right until he was taken off, but he was feeding off scraps as well. I mean, Moses Simon was another bright spot. We'll give him. He tried. At least he was trying. I don't believe we could buy into this whole thing of, oh, we already qualified, so we cannot play well. When last did we watch Nigeria play a friendly match and just dispatch their opponents with ease? Or show some form of a style of play? Or just play football and just do well? Otikpeo, we've been rubbish for a long time. Nigeria, we struggle against big boys, struggle against small boys. Yes, we beat big boys too, but we also struggle against small boys, which is why results like today happen. Victor Boniface, or more, I don't know what to say again. That was Victor Boniface, 11th cap for Nigeria. Still no goal or assist. And to be honest with you, this was a very shocking performance. 10 games, no goal, no assist. You could tell that he's going to feel the pressure, so he's trying too hard. He's not calm. Letting off shots when he shouldn't let off. Just over panicking his thoughts of play. And maybe thinking about the pressure of Nigerians and them coming to lament and abuse him. I don't know. But it's just not clicking for Boniface. And then Iheanacho, don't even get me started. I don't know. Eguavon, you will explain why you're playing Iheanacho as right winger. You are going there to throw Victor Boniface under the bus in a press conference. But did you play the right winger that could feed Boniface? Or give him the opportunities to shine like Jeremy Frimpong does for Bayer Leverkusen? What are we talking about here? Iheanacho has never played as a winger before. The few times he has played is in the national team and he always stinks up the gaff. It makes no sense. I don't get the way our management even think or makes sure. And Eguavon has been technical director for years. Does that not show you how incompetent he is? He called up Iheanacho. He called up Sadiq, who has not scored. Then all of a sudden, when he's panicking, he brought on Onyeka and Chukwueze at halftime. Thank God Chukwueze had one of his better performances for Nigeria in a long time. That even helped to mask the situation. But then we're now losing 2-1. He now bring Osimhen on with 10 minutes to go. To come and do what? Feed off scraps. It was absolutely shocking. We're chasing the goal. You bring on Sadiq at stoppage time to do what? So all of you that like to abuse Iwobi, I hope you noticed Iwobi, Bassi, and Ndidi did not play this match at all. See what happened when Iwobi and Bassi are not there. One thing I'll say, so will not sound like we're just bad mind. Positives to talk about. Chukwueze's goal. We know he can play like this, but he hasn't been able to do that recently. So shout out to him for his individual brilliance. You see how he penetrated through the lines and just skipped past defenders, and his final ball was there. That's what we need more of. So hopefully that goal will give him some confidence, even though that was so shocking. Another positive, in my opinion, is that we don't have to watch Super Eagles for another 4 months. We don't play another match, literally, until March. And guess what? When March comes again, our first opponent is Rwanda, that we just lost to. So we play Rwanda on the 17th of March, away. Away. We've just lost to Rwanda for the first time in our history. And even though they did not make AFCON, they are doing far better than us in World Cup qualifying. So let's take time, Shay. Nigeria, we have this arrogance that we just expect things to just work for us. But this has been our most disappointing qualification periods ever. The players even had enough short time between matches. We played September, October, November. So you can't even say that they were away from national team that long. But yet, look at the performances we've had to watch. It's atrocious. The good thing about time is a whole 1/3 of a year would have passed by the time match 17 comes. So you like to think that we'll be in a much different situation. We don't know who will be the coach. We don't know what kind of coaching they will get. We don't know which players will emerge and who will be fit, who will play. So it's good that let's go and focus on our club teams. Then we'll see what's going to happen by then. Obviously, the positives we qualify for AFCON. You know, the one thing I'll say about Nigeria, once we get to the tournament, we seem to figure things out, especially in AFCON. I can't remember the last time we struggled with AFCON group stages. And I think there's something that has to be said for once there's a settled camp. It's like all of a sudden Nigeria just realized, we have to lock in. No, we cannot disgrace ourselves. The whole of Nigeria is watching. So we're sure AFCON. The sad part is we won't play this AFCON until 13 months' time. So we may or may not be going to the World Cup by then, which will affect our morale. There's nothing worse than having to play a AFCON tournament when you know you're not going to the World Cup. What a terrible, terrible, terrible feeling. And Nigeria, we haven't had that since 2006. Because even 2022, the playoffs for the World Cup did not happen until after we had gone out to Tunisia. And we were celebrating that we beat Ghana because of how useless they were in AFCON. But guess what? The ball went through, so we did not go to AFCON. Another positive, maybe this will allow us to temper expectations, myself included. We need to raise and bring down lower our expectations for the Super Eagles. Make no mistake, on paper, we have one of the best, if not the best squad in Africa, apart from maybe Morocco, but we can even drag with them. But we are very unlikely to make the World Cup if things continue like this. So, no even Lucam, we are very unlikely. So maybe tempering expectations will allow the people to play with a bit more freedom. Because let me tell you, all this one that I'll be hoping that we'll make World Cup, let us reduce our expectations. We've played 4 games so far. We played against Lesotho away. Lesotho got destroyed 7-0 by Morocco yesterday. Nigeria, we played Lesotho at home in Uyo. At home in November last year. We drew with Lesotho 1-1. Shemi Ajayi scored an equalizer. Just to explain how poor we've been in World Cup qualifiers. November came again. We went to Zimbabwe. Nigeria drew against Zimbabwe. Look at the teams that we've not won in World Cup qualifying. Lesotho, draw. Zimbabwe away, draw. June this year now came. South Africa came to our home soil. What was the score again? Draw. Of course, and we had to equalize again. All our first 3 World Cup games, we had to equalize. And who has been the people that have been persecuting these friendlies? Pesero, the first 2, rubbish. Finidi George, this 3rd and 4th in June, rubbish. We now made matters worse. We now lost to Benin Republic in June. Teams that we never used to lose to in our history. We have been creating history these past 2 years. If you look at Nigeria's record, I will get to it from the start of 2023 till now. All we do is give hope to small teams. Lose here, draw here, go to AFCON, now call ourselves giants and do well against big teams. But when small boys play us now, they know they have a chance. And that's just the facts. Let me tell you, apart from beating Sao Tome and beating Benin 3-0 that one-off time, go and check the last time Nigeria dispatched an opponent clinically or won a team by 3 goals. Omo, you go wait too. We are we are a great team of individuals, but as a team, we are useless. Temper your expectations. So we have to go and play Rwanda twice. We have to go and play South Africa. Lesotho, we go away to Lesotho. Benin will come to our house, and we think we'll win them. With the current Super Eagles, what we are watching. Hey, temper your expectations, my friends, because my God, we have been so rubbish. Hey, God. Benin, Rwanda, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. Now we are like Peter Pan. Take from the rich, because when we come play big boys, as far as Sima is there, we have a chance. We still made the AFCON final. And then we give to the poor. When the small teams come and play Nigeria, open leg. Oh yeah, we go now. It's not Nigeria that gave Central African Republic one win a few years ago in Uyo. Even the Uyo is not fortress. Can you even blame the players? They fly to Lagos, then go to Uyo. The Uyo, what are they doing there? Yes, that's where it comes home is. But where's the familiarity? Where's training facilities? What can they even use to say, let's ginger ourselves? Their mates are playing St. George's Park. Go and check Morocco's training facility and stadiums and compare to our own. We'll stand on this magnet too. useless in governance, useless in football. The only thing saving us is music. And even on home soil, our music, where the venues to perform, all our artists, they go abroad. We just, they accept mediocrity, and blame everybody except the real culprits. Let me not lie to you, all this is on the NFF and coaching. If that's their technical director, Eguavon, look at the past 3 years. He keeps staying in position. Nigeria did not make the last World Cup. We may not make the next World Cup. This will be the first time since Nigeria qualified for the World Cup that we may miss 2 consecutive World Cups. And everybody's smiling. Okay, now, they play. As I said, and this is even me trying to be positive. Negatives, set pieces, I already told you. We don't know how to defend. We are really useless at it. It's so bad. We have no style of play. Even the goal we scored today, individual quality. 4 shots on target the whole match. How can that be good enough? We don't know how to keep our concentration unless it's a tournament. Because when you see the 2 goals that Rwanda scored us, oh my God. Oh my God, you just have to laugh. Looking at our qualifiers, thank God CAF gave us that 3-0 win against Libya. That means our only 2 wins in this World Cup qualification. I mean, AFCON qualifier. That we actually played on the pitch. We beat Benin 3-0. I was even surprised that we beat them 3-0. People were abusing me that I predicted 1-0. Libya, we beat them 1-0. Fisara Delibashiru had to come off the bench to score with 10 minutes to go. Those are the only 2 wins we really had. CAF gave us, dashed us 3-0 win against Libya. The remaining 3 games, what happened? We went to Benin, draw. Osimhen had scored equalizer in the last 10 minutes. Who again we play? Libya. Thank God they gave us the 1. And then now Rwanda. When we went to Rwanda, we drew with them in Rwanda. We have never beaten Rwanda in Rwanda. And then guess what? They've now beaten us on our home soil. And we are going to play them in World Cup qualifiers twice. We are really useless, let me be honest with you. Thank God for players. Under no circumstance should Nigeria lose to the 36th best team in Africa. I don't care if they all play together in Rwanda League and they have good chemistry. Figure it out. It's what makes you a big boy and gives you the right course of a big boy. I'm even sure Nigeria are looking like, let's go and try and get Morocco because this Nigeria is not serious. How would they sell jersey? NFF cannot even tell Nike to find a way to sell the jerseys in Nigeria. You go and see the game in Uyo, there's nobody in the stands. Gusau is there. They cannot fill up stadium. Nobody has the kits because guess what? It's too expensive for the market. Abba everywhere. We don't know how to build a community that to support Super Eagles. Meanwhile, we're in AFCON final in February. I've never seen it. You fail to plan. That means you plan to fail. They say that in my secondary school, and I'm telling you, it's so true. Hey, we need a new coach as soon as possible. You people that say Eguavon home base, let me tell you something. Eguavon cannot take us to the promised land. He has no plan B. He does not have a plan B. And it is so obvious all the time. These last 2 games played, we useless to the middle. When we were playing Route 1 football, we don't even have tactics to think about how we can utilize our strong, big strikers. And over the wings, we were useless because everything is cross and inshallah. No sense. No sense. No sense. I'm telling you, what was Yana Cho doing there? I've already mentioned that one. So anybody, just temper your expectations. As I've said, NFF, you too, you collect because you do not give the players best conditions to play. Like I said, look at our stadium. Where are the training facilities? What has that Gusau man achieved? It is awful. Where is the administrating being done by the administrator? Look at Morocco, Egypt, Senegal. It's not a coincidence how they dispatch their opponents during qualifiers. And look at their current positions for World Cup qualifiers. You can never cheat good preparation, I always tell you. And we have a bunch of jokers at the helm. Sometimes I even wonder why God made me love Super Eagles so much like this. And people that watch. Because trust me, even if you get temporary relief, they will disappoint you very soon. That one is sure. That's Nigeria's way. We're probably going to drop out of the top 40 world rankings, of course, because we have now lost Rwanda and there's no games to match. Meanwhile, players want to play in Premier League, you must remain in top 50. I told you Super Eagles should be top 30, top 20, in fact. But guess what? Look at where we are. So, Omar Sheo, sorry, that was much longer than I thought, but I'm sorry. It is just too poor, too bad. And I don't even have the solution. I don't know what we're going to do. Because NFF will not go and find a coach. They keep doing stop-start fixes, like putting a plaster over a wound, even though the wound needs a stitch. It makes no sense. So anyway, thank God we qualified first. 6 games played, 3 wins, including the Ojoro win they gave us. 2 draws and 1 loss, plus 6 goal difference. Even got goal difference, thank God they awarded us 3 goals. Because true, if you look at this thing in reality, we won the same number of games as Benin and Rwanda. We're just lucky they dashed us that free Libya win. So Super Eagles, I love you and I always love you. We'll come back to your matter in March or when they get a coach. But my God, I'm so glad we don't have to watch Super Eagles again till March. So that's it in terms of Super Eagles. In more positive news, we will get back to club football. And the good thing is that club football is resuming this weekend. There's still a few international games to take place over the next few days. And then from Saturday, actually from Friday, we're back in business in terms of club football. So just to round up the podcast and touch on who our players are going to be playing in their club sides as club football returns. Starting in the Premier League as usual. Alex Obi and Calvin Bassey in a very good position. They're currently 7th in the league. They play Wolverhampton at home on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. So they should be able to kick on in that one. Olaino and Tara Awoni, Nottingham Forest are even doing better. They're currently 5th in the Premier League. Although they come to the Emirates on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff, so that'll be a tough game. But the way Nottingham Forest are playing, and remember they won at Anfield, it's very possible that they could get 3 points at Arsenal. Even though my prayer is that Olaino plays well, but Arsenal somehow win. As for Reverend Didi, he'll be in action in the early kickoff on Saturday as Chelsea come to the King Power Stadium, the early kickoff in the Prem. And then bottom of the table, Southampton, Joaribo. Why was Joaribo not called up, for example? But I saw Alhassan Yusuf there. Anyway, Joaribo and Polonwachu, they play Liverpool at home on Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff. So let's see if they can push on from getting their last win just before the international break, but I highly doubt it. Games not involving Nigerian players. Everton play Brentford in 3 p.m. kickoff as well, and Bournemouth play Brighton in 3 p.m. kickoff as well as Aston Villa hosting Crystal Palace. Saturday late night kickoff game is a tasty one. Manchester City host Tottenham at the Etihad, so that should be a very interesting game to watch. And then on Sunday, after the Southampton-Liverpool game, we will see Ruben Amorim make his debut as Manchester United coach away against Ipswich Town, so look out for that one. That'll be 4:30 p.m. in the UK, so 5:30 in Nigeria. And then we have a Monday night football game as Newcastle hosts West Ham at St. James's Park. In the Champions League, Championship, Josh Maja is back in action for West Brom at home against Norwich on Saturday. So hopefully he can keep banging in the goals as he tries to push West Brom for promotion. And the Luton boys, Elijah Adebayo and Victor Moses, play Hull City at home on Saturday. In Serie A, Ademola Lookman will play Parma away on Saturday, 7:45 p.m. Atalanta are currently second, so they're very much in the title race, and long may it continue. Madoka Okoye's Udinese at 9th. They go to play Empoli away on Monday, 5:30 p.m. kickoff. So I'm sure he'll get his joy back in more familiar environments and on a good pitch where they will not just blame him and say all sorts of rubbish if he makes a mistake. So shout out to Madoka. Samuel Chukwueze, I hope he can build up on the good form. AC Milan hosts Juventus in the San Siro at 5 p.m. on Saturday. That's one of the big games in Italy, so that should be a very exciting game to watch. And Ifisari Dilibashu plays Bologna at home on Sunday, 7:45 p.m. kickoff. In the Bundesliga, I'm hoping Victor Boniface can get back to more favorable winning ways. Him and Nathan Teller will be in action against Heidenheim at home on Saturday, 2:30 p.m. kickoff. You play the NHL as right winger. Nathan Teller is on the bench for Bayer Leverkusen. I know Teller is not exactly Chukwueze, but call him up if you want to call players up by their position. Anyway, Kevin Akpoguma, another player that I have no understanding whatsoever why he has not been picked. If you can call up Gabriel Osho in Ligue 1, who was playing in the Championship 18 months ago. Akpoguma has been playing in the Bundesliga for years. He was German under 21 captain. He's not been that bad whenever he's played for Nigeria, even when Geno Royce played him as a right back. Call this boy up. I don't know what beef they have against him because technical director, if it's based on technicality and merit, you cannot tell me that Akpoguma is not better than some of the performances we saw in the center of defense over the past 4 days. But anyway, Akpoguma keeps shining. He plays Leipzig at home on Saturday, 2:30 p.m. kickoff. And then Franco Yeka's Alberg go away to play Bayern Munich on Friday, 7:30 p.m. kickoff. By the way, I thought Frank Rijeka was all right in the game yesterday. It's just his final pass sometimes he just cooked it a bit too much or a bit too or not enough. Let's put it that way. In La Liga, Iheanacho, I'm saying prayer for you, Sha. Anyway, Sevilla play Rayo Vallecano at home on Sunday, 3:15 p.m. But I doubt he will play, but you never know. Cristans Uche Getafe, they're in action against Real Valladolid at home on Friday, 8 p.m. kickoff. So look out for that one. And Omar Sadiq's Real Sociedad are in action in the Copa del Rey on Thursday. Away is the first round, so I doubt any of the internationals will play. But then they've got the big boss derby on Sunday as Real Sociedad play Athletic Bilbao away on Sunday in San Mamés. 8 p.m. kickoff. So that should be a tasty one. In Ligue 1, George Lenny-Kenna, it's a player we could have called up. Meanwhile, they called him Sadiq. George Lenny-Kenna's Monaco are second. They play Brest at home on Friday, 6 p.m. kickoff. And then Moses Simon's Nantes will be in action against Le Havre at home on Sunday, 4 p.m. kickoff. Hamza Tojediron, better central midfielder. They called up Alassane Youssouf. His Lens team are playing Marseille at home on Saturday, 4 p.m. kickoff as well. And Gabriel Oshé will be playing at home for Auxerre against Angers on Sunday, 4 p.m. kickoff. Giftabers Lyon, they go away to Reims on Saturday, 8 p.m. If they're not able to sort out their finances by the end of the season, Lyon have been provisionally relegated to League 2. I doubt they will end up being relegated because that's not a good sign for the French league. But if they are, it might be an opportunity for them to find another club. But let's see what happens with Gift Urban in the January window as well, because he's not been playing at all like that. Victor Rabko's Nice, they're in action against Strasbourg at home on Sunday, so let's see if he gets some minutes there. And then Ako Adams will be in action for Montpellier away against Saint Etienne on Saturday. In the Turkish league, star player Victor Osimhen will be in action against Bodrumspor away on Saturday. For any keen travelers, I've also heard Bodrum is quite a nice place to travel to. Great holiday destination, so we'll see what else Osimhen notices. But they play 4 p.m. on Saturday. And as for Brighton Side Samuel, Baku Jose Mourinho, they play Kayserispor away on Saturday at 1 p.m. In the Belgian League, Torla Arokadari and Girasol are in action against Sporting Charleroi at home on Saturday. And then Victor Udo's Royal Antwerp are second, are in action against FCV Danda at home on Friday. Rafael Yedika's Club Brugge will be in action against St. Truden at home on Saturday. So I'm hoping he always plays well for them and starts, so long may that continue. And Jordan Torunariga's Ghent, who are in 5th place, will go away to Anderlecht on Sunday. In Scotland, we will see Cyril Dessers and Leon Balogun play against Dundee United at home on Saturday. And then in the Czech Republic League, Igor Ugbo, could have called Igbo up a centre back. They did not call him up. He's in action against SK Dynamo Seske Budejovic away on Sunday. While Victor Olatunji Sparta Prague are in action against the Police at home on Saturday. And then finally, Stanley Nwabali's PSL team, Chippa United, are not in action this weekend. So, once to watch to round up the podcast, Friday, George Lenny-Kenna's Monaco plays against Brest at 6 p.m. Frank Rijekaard's Aalborg in action against Bayern Munich, 7:30 p.m. And then we have a host of games on Saturday. Wilfred Ndidi playing at home against Chelsea in 12:30 early kickoff. Kevin Akpoguma's Hoffenheim play against Leipzig. That should be a tasty tie at 2:30. We have 2 to 3 p.m. kickoff games involving Super Eagles players. It will be Ambassi play against Wolves at home at Craven Cottage. And then Ola Aina and Taiwa when he come to London to the Emirates Stadium as Nottingham Forest come to play Arsenal. That same day, Hamza Tojediron's Lens will play Marseille at 4 p.m. And then Galatasaray's Victor Osimhen will also be in action at 4 p.m. away to Bodrumspor. 5 p.m. big rivalry in Serie A. Samuel Chukwueze's AC Milan play Juventus. And then finally to wrap up Saturday, Ademola Lookman's Atalanta will be in action away against Parma. So look out for that one at 7:45. On Sunday, Joe Aribo and Polonarachu Southampton will be hosting the league leaders in the Prem, Liverpool, 2 p.m. kickoff. And then let's see if Omar Sadiq can get some minutes in the big pass derby for Real Sociedad when they host Athletic Bilbao. And then to round up on Monday, we'll see Maduka Okoye play for Udinese as they go away to play Empoli at 5:30 p.m. So that's it for this episode of the podcast. Thanks for working with me. I know I had to lament because it's not funny. It's why I even recorded today. Yesterday, I was too annoyed to even say anything. But thanks again for working with me. Always a pleasure. Look, whether we're annoyed or not, we cover Nigeria because of the passion, and we're very happy to do so. So hopefully we can stay positive and see some improvements between now and March. But enjoy the rest of the games involving international teams. If you watch the World Cup qualifiers in CONMEBOL or Asia, they're ongoing right now. If you want to watch, there's also a few friendly games and Nation League games happening in Europe tonight. So until next time, take care, enjoy the football, and I'll be sure to cover how all the club action has gone over the weekend next week. Take care and peace out. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and click the bell to get a notification whenever we drop a video. You can also find our social media channels listed below. And of course, up Super Eagles and Nigerian, they ever carry last.